Welcome back to the Daily Hunt, everybody. It's January 6th, 2026, and I'm Ethan, your guide to market fundamentals and, well, those exciting growth opportunities.
And I'm Brooke, always here to keep us grounded with the KPIs and a keen eye on risk. Happy New Year, Ethan, and to all our listeners.
Happy New Year indeed, Brooke. We had a bit of a curveball today, some technical difficulties producing our regular show, so we decided to pivot and make this a special review episode. It's the perfect chance, actually, to look back at how some of our AI-generated insights performed in the last 2 months of 2025.
Absolutely. It's a great opportunity to reflect on those market commentaries we've shared, specifically from November 1st to December 31st, 2025. It gives us a snapshot, right, of what really moved and what, well, maybe didn't quite hit the mark before the year closed out.
All right, let's jump right into it. And I've got to say, looking at this data, one stock really just leaps out, practically yelling multi-bagger potential. We're talking about Rocket Lab Corporation, ticker RKLB. Brooke, this one, it was a beauty.
You can hear the excitement, folks. Ethan, tell us why RKLB has you so energized.
Well, it was a cautious buy from December 12th, and from its first mentioned price of $61.49, it soared. It closed yesterday at an impressive $85.91. That's a staggering 39.72% gain in just over 2 weeks. And the best part, it hit its highest price yesterday. That's fantastic momentum heading into the new year, showing that steady upward trajectory. It really speaks to the underlying innovation in the space sector,
It certainly was a standout performer, Ethan. A nearly 40% jump is significant, and that continuous upward trend is what we like to see. However, not every pick was quite as stellar, which brings me to the other end of the spectrum. I'm looking at Inspire Veterinary Partners, Inc., ticker IVP. This one, unfortunately, was a bit of a tumble.
Yes. The speculative gamble category often has those higher highs and, well, some lower lows.
Exactly. IVP, first mentioned on November 22nd at 16 cents, closed yesterday at just 4 cents. That's a painful 73.6% decrease. Now, as a KPI-driven investor, when I see a drop like that, it's not just a number. It flags a serious risk. While it did briefly touch 17 cents, that tiny bounce quickly faded. It's a stark reminder that even with AI-generated insights, speculative opportunities carry significant downside. We always emphasize managing that risk, and this one clearly demonstrated the potential for rapid capital erosion.
You've got to take the good with the challenging, right? But let's keep moving through the list. Besides RKLB, we had some other strong showings. Reddit, RDDT, a speculative gamble from November 19th, saw a fantastic 34.88% rise to $253.27. And Micron Technology, MU, a straight-up buy recommendation from November 15th, also jumped nicely with a 29.07% gain, closing at $312.15. Then there's AST Space Mobile, ASTS, another speculative one from early December, up a solid 23%. So a few big wins in that 2-month window.
And that's fantastic for those who navigated those opportunities. But, it's crucial to look at the whole picture. For every RKLB or RDDT, we saw others struggle. Take APVO, Aptivo Therapeutics, also a cautious buy from mid-November, down a staggering 68.44%. Or Cipher Mining, CIFR, another cautious buy, which saw a drop of 21.75%. Even some of our more established names had a tough run. NVIDIA, NVDA, a cautious buy, dipped 9.06%, and AMD was down 17.13%. It's a clear illustration of market volatility, even for seemingly strong companies.
Yeah, absolutely. And then we had a mix of moderate performers. Novo Nordisk, NVO, a speculative gamble, actually held up well with a 12.22% gain. Google, GOOG, a buy, gave us a respective 14.19%, which is great. And Dutch Bros, BROS, a cautious buy, brewed up a nice 12.97% increase. But then you have others like Amazon, AMZN, and Microsoft, MSFT, both buy calls seeing slight dips of around 6 to 8%, which, isn't catastrophic, but not what we'd hope for in that short window.
Exactly. It highlights how the market can be incredibly selective. Overall, when we look at the average return for all our market commentaries during this period, it landed at negative 1.51%. This compares to the Dow Jones, which was up 3.47%, the S&P 500 up 0.73%, and the NASDAQ, interestingly, also down at negative 1.84%. So while we had some incredible individual performers, the overall basket was pretty much tracking the NASDAQ's dip for those 2 months. It really underscores the importance of granular analysis and, as always, diversifying.
You got it, Brooke. It's been a really insightful look back at the final 2 months of 2025. We saw some exciting growth potential realized, especially with Rocket Lab and Reddit, but also some sharp reminders of market risks.
Indeed, it shows the dynamic nature of the market and why constant vigilance and risk management are absolutely paramount.
So, as we wrap up this special review episode of The Daily Hunt, we want to remind all our listeners that the data and market commentary we've just discussed, while generated by artificial intelligence, is historical. Past performance, even these exciting highs and challenging lows, is absolutely not indicative of future results.
That's right. The content shared on this podcast is for informational purposes only and represents AI-generated insights and speculative analysis. It is not intended to be a promise or guarantee of any kind. Artificial intelligence might make mistakes, and market conditions can change rapidly.
Therefore, we strongly encourage everyone to conduct their own thorough research and, crucially, to consult with a licensed financial advisor before making any investment decisions. Your financial future is unique, and personalized expert advice is invaluable.
Thanks for joining us for this special review episode. We'll be back tomorrow with our usual market insights. Until then, happy hunting.